first puck drop to the season's full. Tune in and watch the drama unfold.
We just witnessed Leafs history as the Toronto Maple Leafs in the second last game of the season come out, and not only do they clinch the Atlantic Division, lock in their matchup. We saw Mitch Marner get his 100th point. We saw Austin Matthews score a monumental goal. We saw a ton of different things. Anthony Stolarz shine once again. The Leafs have locked in first place for only the second time in a ton of years. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been here throughout the entire year, this is the second last game of the year, second last regular season stream of the year. It has been crazy. The Leafs have secured it. You don't got to worry about anything else now besides the matchup ahead, which is the Ottawa Senators. Oh, Darius isn't able to be here today, but I am here. What a game. Nick starting it off with 279. Bring on the Battle of Ontario. Bring on the Sens. I said it a week ago. I wanted the Senators. We have a ton to go over today. Now, apologies a few minutes late here on the on the stream, but we're still here. The game ended 5 or 10 minutes ago. It is what it is. It was a fantastic game, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a playoff type atmosphere. The love is throwing in as Blake comes in. We're playing Ottawa on Sunday or Saturday. I can dive into that. I know we mentioned it briefly on the video, but I didn't show you guys the tweet. We'll have a video on that again tomorrow. The Leafs are playing the Senators on Sunday. They are playing the Senators on Sunday. I am fired up. It's been, I am. They are playing the Senators on Sunday. Senators on Sunday, for those who are asking. It is going to be, all signs point to 7 p.m. I believe in the Leafs app, it says 7 p.m. So if you guys haven't done that, I've done some sleuthing. 7 p.m. on Sunday, Easter day. What's up, Paul? What's up, Jim? What's up, Eric? What's up, everybody in here? It is Sunday, which kind of sucks, but that sets up a game for hockey night in Canada. So, I mean, you can't complain too much, but regardless of that, I agree Saturday would have been better. If you're happy the Leafs clinch the Atlantic Division, hit the like button. This is crazy. Okay. Now, it's the most excited I've been for a while. Now, let's dive into a few different things here. And obviously, the game at hand wasn't, it was a very solid game. The Leafs have home ice. I don't care who we play. The Leafs, this is the year for the Leafs. This is the year. It's been too many years of non-competitive playoff series. I think this is the year, and they have the most favorable matchup, arguably, depending on who you ask. I know some people in chat might disagree. The most favorable matchup in a very long time for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Fantastic game from Scott Laughton. Let's dive into the box score a little bit here as well. There's a ton of things to go over today. Allow me to get the box score, but it was a crazy game, ladies and gentlemen. Here is, just double checking. Here is the box score. Now, we saw Anthony Stolarz get a shutout. We saw Scott Laughton have his best game as a Leaf. We saw Mitch Marner get his goal. They were really forcing that there for a while. We saw, of course, the blue line that is a little bit, riddled with injuries. And, of course, Steven Lorentz. I mean, it was a fantastic game from top to bottom as Paul comes in with the 10. The Leafs actually didn't choke and won the Atlantic. Woo, go Leafs, go. Paul, thank you for your $10 donation. Yeah, they didn't choke. They won this game, which now means, in theory, they can rest on Thursday, though you can't really and we'll dive into that. But, man, oh, man, it was Laughton looked great. I'll get the impact scorecard here shortly as well. Laughton looked absolutely fantastic. There's no doubt about it. He looked really, really good. He's finally getting it together on that fourth line. The best fourth line in the league. Is that maybe the best fourth line in the playoffs, depending on how things go. And, yeah, it is. Okay, so everything is locked in now. And this is the interesting thing. And, of course, we'll have a stream on Thursday And we might have a stream on like Saturday night. If you guys want it, I don't know if Darius is free, but just kind of to preview the calm before the storm, I think I'll definitely do that. However, this is a game, and again, they didn't have their defensive, they don't have OEL, they don't have Jake McCabe, they don't have David Camp, but you come out as Jim comes in with the very, very fitting $19.67. This is the year 1967 becomes the last cup, 2025. It is, it gives me chills. It gives me chills to even think about that. Jim, thank you for the 1967. Also, thank you for your support all season long as well. It is, this is the most excited I've been for a stream, this season. It's the most excited I've been for a playoff run this season. Ladies and gentlemen, we at least now have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have 4 nights, 5 sleeps to really, what's up, Daniel? Take it in, because all the matchups are set now, and we can now start to look into the future. Now, as it pertains to, and we'll dive into this game a little bit, but the bigger news here is what it means going forward, right? I'm going to grab some screenshots and stuff as well. The bigger news here is how this team is going to be kind of structured, because specifically regarding, of course, most notably, the playoffs, right? They don't have OEL and Jake McCabe back yet. I think we're going to see OEL in the playoffs. Jake McCabe is a little bit scary, right? He is a little bit scary. That being said, I'm very confident in this team. I am extremely confident in this team. And again, they came out tonight and they were absolutely banging. But Tampa Bay beat the Panthers. So thank God the Leafs won the night. But regardless of that, the matchups are now locked in. Also, I'm going to double check this. I do believe the Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Flyers tonight. So it's going to come down to game 82 for the Habs and the Columbus Blue Jackets to see who makes the playoffs. Eric comes in with $27.99 milk Oreo, and now that cup. Let's go, Eric. Shout out to you for your guys' support has been unbelievable. As Jim is coming in with the 10 gifted memberships. Eric, first of all, thank you so much for your support all year as well. Thank you for the $27.99. Jim coming in with the 10. If you got gifted a membership, make sure to use your emotes. We're a few, I think we're at now, Jim, something like 120 members. I think we get some more at, I don't know if it's 125 or 150. Regardless of that, we're having more emotes coming for the playoffs. Everything. So if you want to become a member, now is the time, because I promise you the stuff we're going to be doing in the playoffs on these live streams is going to be absolutely electric. And I can guarantee you after every win, this is going to be the place to be. But thank you, Jim, for the 10. Eric, thank you for the 27. You guys' support all season has been, everyone give some love to Eric and Jim in the chat. Their guys' support all season has been fantastic. But like gaming, it will be on Sportsnet. Yes, it will. This is exactly how, throw some love, throw some Stolars, throw some animations. This is exactly how, you could not have painted this better, okay? And let me put it into perspective for you all. Not only did the Leafs clinch the Atlantic Division, which has been something that's very hard to do over the past handful of years, and they haven't done it. They get home ice all the way through. You play the Ottawa Senators, which I think on paper is the most favorable matchup for this team. The alternative was the Lightning or the Panthers. I don't want to play either of those teams right now. They're both rolling. Okay? You play Ottawa, very little playoff experience. You're also going up against the Panthers, and the Lightning and the Panthers going up against each other, the Lightning with home ice. We got to hope that they beat on each other and they take each other to 6 or 7 games, and then the Leafs take care of business fast. This is the best possible path. Will the Habs make the playoffs? Probably. And it's going to be interesting to see how that shapes up, because they've been choking a little bit in the regular season. Of course, the Ottawa Senators lost a little bit to the, they got swept by the Senators, but who cares? Who cares? It is what it is. It's the regular season. It makes no difference. I can guarantee you, if the Leafs had swept the Ottawa Senators, it wouldn't have made a single difference as it pertains to the playoffs. Yeah, Blake, shout out with you for all the all the emotes. Now, let's talk about a couple different things. Yeah, Tampa did smoke Florida. They are playing each other. And maybe Tampa sweeps, maybe not sweeps, maybe Tampa beats Florida. And then after Tampa beats Florida, we're going to come on and we're, of course, going to then have maybe a Leafs versus Tampa round 2, which I know some of you guys wanted or prefer Tampa Bay anyway. Like, there's a bunch of different things. Our goalie is also set in stone here. Anthony Stolarz is the hottest goalie, one of the hottest goalies in the NHL right now. He finishes off his regular season, ladies and gentlemen, with a 35 save shutout. A 35 save shutout for Anthony Stolarz to finish the regular season. If you want anybody hotter than Anthony Stolarz, it's not going to happen right now. You get him. Maybe the Sabres goalie, because he had an unbelievable night. The Leafs could have easily won this game by 6. But man, oh man, give me a 7-game series. Panthers, Lightning. Lightning win in 7. The Leafs beat the Senators in 5. And then this is shaping up perfectly. I think Stolars went 8 in a row. Listen, as much as we all know about the unfortunate, past of the Toronto Maple Leafs, completely different goaltending, completely different coach, completely different defensive structure, completely different defensive personnel. John Tavares is having a season of the lifetime for his age. Nick Robertson as well, of course, netting an empty netter. But regardless of that, whether it's, we also had Austin Matthews emptying an empty netter. It does not matter. These games now we are fish. That was the last regular season game that really mattered. Now, one of the problems, not problems, whatever you want to call it. The Leafs can't really rest their guys on Thursday. They can't really rest their guys on Thursday because they can't throw anyone in the LTIR. So they're probably going to be rocking a very similar lineup, and team, but with very limited minutes. I do not expect, Joseph Wall will be in net. We'll see Dakota Mermis. I do not want any injuries. I doubt they also throw in Camp. I also think, if you saw our video earlier today, I think Craig Berube is bluffing a little bit. Ottawa's goalie is Linus Ullmark, and we're going to have a whole stream and videos dedicated to that series. So if you're interested in that, we're going to have tons of different things. That fourth line that the Leafs actually have right now with, Lorentz, Lawton, that looks very, very good. And at the same time, they could throw Matthews in the fourth. Yeah, display the third and fourth line 100%. So they can't call people up because in order to do that, you would have, of course, you'd put someone on LTIR, right? And they're not going to be able to do that because then he had to be out for 10 games. So they'll rock with who they have. They'll have Dakota Mermis, and then Patches, we assume, is going to be coming back once the playoffs starts. There's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about because you have the injuries to OEL, Jake McCabe, David Kampf. You have, of course, Patches making his way back, hopefully. It's going to be a little bit crazy. It is going to be absolutely absurd. We're at 26 likes, ladies and gentlemen. We can get to 50 likes. There's 130 of you in here. If you guys have enjoyed the streams all season long, we're almost at the end of the regular season this year. Get us to 50 likes. We all like seeing numbers go up. Go and click the subscribe or the like button if you're new. Best place for Leafs content. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. Absolutely fired up. And it's just something that is electric. Leafs can't rest anyone. No crap room. Exactly. Yeah. Full roster. At least they'll just be running this roster back. And I doubt they play any of the injured guys. But I do think they're going to be fine. And again, McCabe and OEL both it is upper body injuries. Covered that in a video today. I think OEL is going to be good. Maybe McCabe plays game 1. Maybe he comes back halfway through the year. That's still up in the air at this juncture. But I think they're fine either way. I really do. I think this team is fine either way. Penwet Tanev is prepared for the playoffs. They'll make it work. And I also think, and again, I'm hoping this doesn't age badly. I think this Leafs team is by far the best in years. And I also think it's by far the best matchup for them. I think they are going to, and you guys can clip this, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I think they are going to absolutely pummel the Ottawa Senators. I think they are going to they're going to pummel them. And again, they won the Atlantic Division, and they've had better records than this year. But of course, the Atlantic Division in some years it has been a lot better than it has been this year. But the Leafs take home. What's up, Gavin? The Leafs take home the Atlantic Division spot. We witnessed Leafs history today. But again, at this point now, we're now days away. Days away. Yeah, Carlo's been absolutely fantastic. And again, I'm going to enjoy watching stress-free hockey and watching. Do you guys want to see the Habs make the playoffs? I feel like it'd be good for Canadian hockey. They have been choking. They have lost 3 straight. If they lose tomorrow, then Columbus has a chance. If they lose in regulation tomorrow, then Columbus has a chance on Thursday in the final game of the season to clinch a playoff spot over the Habs. So it's scary for the Habs right now. It is they're in the danger zone. Corey, it is all but assured. Yeah, they're not going to say anything yet, but it's all but assured that Stolar is going to be the game 1 goalie. He is the hottest goalie in the league right now. Not only is he the hottest goalie in the league, he played tonight. Wall's going to play Thursday. You're going to want to give it to the goalie who has more rests. As Robert comes in with the $10. Matthews, he got his 400th goal in less games than it took Ovi. Do you think he might break Ovi's record if he stays healthy and Ovi retires in 1 to 2 years? I don't know. I think he definitely has the ceiling to do that, and he definitely has the potential to do that. But, that record by Ovi is fantastic, and I don't want to take anything away from it. I think Matthews has the potential to do it. If I had to put money on it, I don't know. I'd probably bet against him not doing it, only because I'm seeing him turn into not just a goal scorer, but an incredible overall well-rounded player each year. But at the same time, He is one of the best players in the league. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Of course, injuries, health, all those different things. If Habs play it, they have to face the Caps. Yeah, it's going to be a brutal series. I think they would just be happy with making it, though. I think they would just be happy with making it. Yeah, Islanders versus Habs. The Habs are in tough, man. The Habs are in very, very tough. They had a tougher schedule to finish the year, and I believe they play the Hurricanes tomorrow, right? I do believe the Habs play the Hurricanes tomorrow, and if they lose that, then of course Columbus can, lock it in. But man, oh man, what a fantastic game. What a fantastic game. All the defensemen played very good. Scott Laughton, his best game as a Leaf, a filthy pass to Steven Lorentz. Aiden comes to the 279. Leafs have the second most regulation wins in the NHL, and which is crazy to think about. Crazy to think about. Thank you, Aiden, for the 279. First year under Craig Berube, and they come out and have their best regular season in a while as it pertains to actually standings. Of course, 2021, 2022. Panthers at 115 points. Leafs had 105 or something. That's technically higher than this. But again, they're probably going to win on Thursday. I think they will. Robert, thank you again for the 10. Aiden, thank you for the 279. I think they're going to win on Thursday. I'm happy. I am as happy as it gets. It is just such a fantastic feeling. And we're 6 legs away from 50. But it's such a fantastic feeling knowing that A, we have a home ice advantage all the way through. But B, this team, they had some adversity this year, but overall, it's been a pretty, up and down year to a degree. They stayed pretty steady, though, most of the way through. And a lot of that is thanks to, Craig Berube, all these guys. They got the job done. And they won the 2 games they needed to win. These last 3 games were not givens. And Tampa Bay won. So if we lost this game, you're heading into the final game of the season in a very, I believe it's the Red Wings, in a very kind of scary spot. Because then if Tampa won and you lost in regulation, you are out. Yeah, Wall's going to be, I would assume Wall's playing Thursday. Now, they could go Stolarz if they want to keep them, fresh. I don't see a world, though, where they don't start Stolarz in the playoffs. And Joshua, I do think Patches is going to play. I do think Patches is going to play. I think he's going to replace, the question is, let me ask you guys this. Who would you replace out of the players on your screen now to get Patches in? And let's assume David Kampf is out, at least for game 1. Who do you replace Patches with? I think they're going to keep that fourth line fairly together. I think they're going to keep it fairly together. We saw Cal Yarncroc on the fourth line tonight. It was, of course, Laughton, Steven Lorentz, and Cal Yarncroc on the fourth line. Max Domi in the second line tonight. And who do you guys think they replace Max Pacioretty with? Again, he's on the LTIR, but that doesn't matter because salary cap doesn't matter in the playoffs. So because salary cap doesn't matter, it's either Holmberg or Yarncroc or Robertson. I feel like they'll probably remove Nick Robertson. But Pontus, they're going to keep Yarncroc in. There's no doubt about it. The way that Craig Berube speaks about Cal Yarncroc, they're definitely going to keep him in. But between Pontus and Robertson, I think they're probably going to get rid of Robertson, even though Pontus has been, I think they just prefer what Pontus brings. And you cannot have A, bad penalties, and B, defensive lapses, which Nick Robertson is more likely to have compared to Pontus Holmberg, I think. So they're probably going to take out Nick Robertson. Nick started the year with an untested goalie and one that had injuries. Yeah. Yep. Man, oh man. Crazy. And now, Jim, they've switched it up to the best goalie tandem in the NHL and the best goalie tandem arguably in Leafs, or one of the best goalie tandems in Leafs history. Arguably the best. Yeah, I think Holmberg is slightly more responsible with the puck and in a playoff game, especially against an inexperienced Ottawa team. The last thing you want is to have Nick Robertson come out there in his, playoff game. He made the team, all these different things, and he goes out and he takes an awful penalty to shift the momentum to a nervous Ottawa Senators team who hasn't played in the playoffs before, really. I think that's probably the route that they're going to try to avoid. That being said, he does provide some scoring, but I think they want reliability. So, Callie's not a great performer either in the playoffs. I think they're just going to keep him in. What's up, Prophet? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Fire me up. Fully fired up, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. What a way to end technically the regular season not ended. We'll have one more, of course, stream for you guys on Thursday with Darius. But Anthony Stolarz in his last 8 starts is 8-0-0 with a .950 save percentage and 3 shutouts, which is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. They clinch the Atlantic Division. That is their 3rd division title since 1967. Man, oh man. Battle of Ontario is back. Does that? Oh my goodness. You could not have made up a better scenario for television, especially. Nick Kipper said they won't play patches game 1. Interesting. Adam, where did you see that? I would like to look at that. That's a pretty big development there. I mean, maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they just rock with what's been working. They've been on a roll here. Austin Matthews on Ottawa in first round. It's good for hockey. Ladies and gentlemen, we are days away from the playoffs. John, I think I was saying this earlier. I think it's the year. And let's not, and maybe, we all like, superstitions. We're all pretty superstitious. Most sports fans and players are. This is the first year where Darius and I and Leafs Digest have streamed after every single game. You missed 1 or 2, but we basically streamed all 82 games of the season. And wouldn't it be perfect fashion where in this season, the first year we're fully in after every single game, the Leafs come out and win the cup. It would be poetic. And I think we provide the energy. I cannot contain my excitement for the energy of these streams in the postseason. We're going to have tons of different things going on. There's going to be a ton of different segments, everything. Collins, I'm going to be absolutely fired up. Battle of Ontario in round 1. Sunday, Easter Sunday, which is a little bit interesting. It's a little bit interesting, but it is what it is. We take it. I'll have a look for that as well, Adam. Thank you. The Leafs better win against Ottawa. They're going to win. They're going to win. Everyone knows the matchups now, so the focus is kind of shifted. Focus for the... Man, chills. It is chills. David Alter said the Leafs will officially take on the Senators the first time since 2004 in the playoffs. It's what everyone wanted, and you are getting it. Man, oh man, it is going to be crazy. I'm donating $100 for trying to win this cup. Blake, thank you. You don't have to do that, Blake, but if you want to, thank you very much. Rick, you can't really rest anybody. The Leafs are maxed out. They are right against the cap. In order to rest anybody, you would have to put them on the LTIR, and the Leafs cannot do that because then they'd miss the playoff games. They're going to be rocking this. Now, do I expect them to play? They're going to play like Matthews 15 minutes a game or something. I don't think they're going to go for anything too crazy. But it is what it is. Tampa or Florida? I'm going to take... We can dive into some predictions here as well. I mean, okay. I think Leafs beat Senators in 5. I think it's just an absolute curb stomping. 5 or 4 even, but we'll say 5. I think Florida probably wins in 7 against the Lightning. I think Florida wins in 7. Oh, it's crazy. Chills. I think we got it. Now at least we have a few days to relax and not have to worry about anything. An entire season of scary, nerve-wracking hockey to agree. It was the first regular season in a while where everything mattered. Where everything mattered. Man, oh man. Oh. It's too bad Albertson can't still be booing his own building. And the other question is, they're in Ottawa. Who's really, the Leafs might have home ice advantage the whole series. And you can't paint it any better. Leafs in 6, Allmark steals a game. Yeah. What's up, Crank, as well? Hope you're doing well. Man, if Tampa Bay takes care of Florida, the Leafs take care of Ottawa, have some rest in between. It's looking promising. Montreal over Washington in 7. Jim, Montreal got to get there first. Montreal has to get there first, which is like a 55. No, it's probably like a 75% chance at this point. They just need a point. Only 1 game left, though. Yeah, I think the Panthers tonight, correct me if I'm wrong, if someone watched that game, I was watching, the Leafs and the Jays. There was a ton of sports on. Basketball playing, too. I believe, what's up, Crunchy? Have a good night. I believe the Panthers were rocking their, B squad. I don't think they were playing everyone. Who do you pick winning the West as it stands now? Winnipeg, Edmonton, or St. Louis? I'll dive into that after this. John with the $10. Number one difference, Berube has had them playing proper playoff hockey since the start of the year. Keefe had them play one way and then have to change. Now they just keep playing how they have been. Ladies and gentlemen, John, you're absolutely correct. We said it at the start of the season that these games sometimes would be more boring. Sometimes would be more slow. Sometimes weren't exactly the flashiest style of play, unlike Sheldon Keefe, where the regular season was pretty exciting, at least as it comes to goal scoring. This team is ready to go. They just beat the Sabres in a game where it wasn't a super high-octane game. And it's still playing playoff-style hockey. Thank you very much for the donation, John. You're absolutely right on the money with that. Oh, my Lord. I'm so happy. Unfortunate, Darius has hockey tonight, so he's unable to, hop on the stream. But man, oh man, he's gonna be here Thursday. We'll have our stream Thursday, the calm before the storm, and we'll probably have another one. I might go live Saturday night just to preview some of the playoff rounds. There will be playoff hockey as well, I believe. Good possibility to at least have home ice at the conference. The Leafs are my pick to win the East this year. Yep. Rick, I'm gonna go with I think Winnipeg is very good this year, but again, every year they disappoint, and Connor Hellebuyck's shaky in the playoffs. Yeah, the West is very interesting. I mean, you have Colorado, you have Dallas, or Colorado. All these different teams. It is going to be a crazy. He'll be crushed when Robertson sits the whole playoffs. I think he's ready for it. He might see the one goal and get super excited. He might see that one goal and get super excited. Empty netter though. Even though it was an empty net goal. Jays won too. Gentlemen, I know. I had both on. I had my monitor or my TV with the Leafs game, or monitor with the Leafs game, TV with the Jays. Jays won. Leafs won. Leafs clinch. What a day. What a day. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely crazy. Let's dive into our 3 stars of the night here. Apologies for no Collins tonight. We're going to have Collins on Thursday. And Thursday, if there's any stream to tune into, the final stream before the playoffs, maybe the final regular season stream, make sure to tune into that. Your support is unbelievable. Let's dive into the 3 stars. Leave your 3 stars in the chat as per usual. I'm gonna go with my 3rd star of the night to Scott Laughton. An absolutely fantastic game. You know what? I'm gonna change that up. I'm gonna give my 3rd star to Mitch Marner, my 2nd star to Anthony Stolarz for the shutout. He could easily get the 1st star. I'm giving the 1st star to Scott Laughton. I don't care. I'm giving it to him. This was a fantastic game for him. His best game as a Leaf. Is it a little bit crazy? Yes. It should obviously be Anthony Stolarz. But I'm giving it, and Steven Lorentz honorable mention as well. I'm giving it to Scott Laughton. Fantastic setup to Steven Lorentz as Robert comes in with the 5. Time to play the Marlies and the rest of the boys with Berube. I think stopped with them, and what else I didn't go along. Yeah, unfortunately they can't though, Robert. Again, they can't. Like, they can't play full Marlies because, I mean, again, they're going to have to play the guys. They'll probably rest them, so you're right in that regard. But at the same time, it's going to be very interesting. Jim, have a fantastic night. Hopefully we'll see you on Thursday. I'm giving it to Laughton. It's a little bit of a crazy take. I'm giving it to him. He hasn't had a star appearance the entire year, basically. So I'm going to give him none. Realistically, though, probably Stolarz, Marner, Matthews is probably the realistic one. Stoley, Matthews, Lorentz, or Marner. Yeah, I'm giving it to Laughton. Give me some Scott Laughton. Give me some Scott Laughton. Ladies and gentlemen, this was an electric stream. We're going to have multiple videos coming for you all tomorrow. Multiple videos all the way through. You're going to want to tune in to every video that we have because each of them are going to be absolutely electric. Your guys' support all season long. I just want to take a minute to thank you all. Thank you again, Blake. Your guys' support has been unbelievable. It means the world to myself. It really does. And Darius, of course, as well. If you're excited for the playoffs, I am. I think this is the beginning of something special. And hopefully we'll be looking back at some of these in a few weeks and saying, wow, this was the beginning of something absolutely special. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up there. Of course, I'm solo today. It's, yeah, Adam, do that. Definitely. I'll have a look. You guys all have a fantastic night. We'll have a video for you tomorrow. But most importantly, the Leafs play playoff hockey in less than a week against the Ottawa Senators in a Battle of Ontario in something that they won the Atlantic on home ice. I don't know if you could write it better. Everyone enjoy every minute of the playoffs that are coming. I know it's been absolutely brutal over the past few years. Enjoy every moment of it. Enjoy the next few days, whether you're watching other hockey games, basketball, baseball, whatever it ends up being. Enjoy it. Stay safe, everyone. And this is the beginning of something very, very special for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And have a fantastic night. We will see you all Thursday. Hopefully we'll be celebrating another win to end the year. But have a fantastic night. Thank you, each and every one of you, for watching this stream. And your guys' support is unbelievable. So thank you for that. And stay safe. Enjoy the next enjoy the video tomorrow, because we'll be right back tomorrow.
Please digest your daily dose of gold. Stories of the bold where legends are told. From first pop drop to the season's full. Tune in.